How's it going, guys? Gonna do a quick little review. Nothing scientific or by any means official, but this is one of the Amazon acogs that you can purchase for like 90 bucks or something like that, and I've got it mounted on my AR-15 chambered in 5.56, and I just want to go over some of the zeroing and grouping that I got out of it. By the way, I do recommend that you Loctite all the bolts, and I mean the 4 up here and the 2 that actually mount to the base here, and Loctite the locking nuts on this side or on the other side. So those 2 bolts. Once I got all the Loctite on there, I decided to zero it. And another thing I didn't like about this was there is no arrows for which way is up or which way is right. So after doing a few test shots and stuff just to kind of figure out where it actually is, I decided to draw an arrow on which way it was. Oh, that's not going to focus. Well, so counterclockwise is right, and counterclockwise up here is up. So hopefully that helps you guys out in the future if you do decide to purchase one of these. This is made for an airsoft gun. It says it in the description. This is great for an airsoft rifle, and it is. It's probably one of the better scopes that I've seen for an airsoft rifle. This is probably the shittiest scope you could put on an actual firearm. But that being said, I mean, it was a cheap rifle and it's got a cheap optic on it right now. I did notice that a lot of people online were having problems with the scope not adjusting to the right far enough. They were maxing out the adjustment and everything. So what I did to fix that problem, because I had that problem too, is you take the mount and just flip it around. And then that gives you the capabilities of using your windage adjustment properly. It does come in this fancy little box. That's what they call it on Amazon. Definitely made in China. Nothing else really on it. Hold on, I'm going to put the phone down for a second. Okay, yeah, I'm doing this all on my phone, so it's a little hard to do this with one hand. Owner's manual comes with. There's also different styles of these things that you can get. Obviously, they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but this was the cheapest one, and I just figured I'd roll with it because it was 90 bucks. The fiber optic system works really well, surprisingly. I can be indoors and it'll still be illuminated. I have this reticle that also comes with the chevron style, and it obviously shows you how to mount it, unmount it, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I mean, the packaging wasn't bad at all. I mean, it's definitely got its key points there, but enough about the packaging. So let's see how it did. So this was my first zero at 25 yards, and over here we got my first 5 rounds. Yeah, I know there's only 4 dots there, but I put another one right through here, and that was okay. So I decided to adjust it a little bit. This is 10 clicks to the left, so that's the second 5 grouping. did another 10 clicks, and it went over here. And then I decided to adjust it up a little bit since my grouping was more down here. And I accidentally went the wrong way, and it went this way. And then one of the range officers asked me what I was doing, and I said I was zeroing in this scope, just kind of reviewing it. And he gave me one of these pieces of paper. And this is my second zero, 10 yards. This is 40 rounds. And it says to put it at 10 yards or 30 feet for a 50 to 200 yard zero. So I followed the directions, blah, 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 hold the reticle up there, and I got a pretty decent grouping out of it at the end of it. Then I decided to take a few shots at it, just to kind of see what I could do at 25 yards, or I'm sorry, not 25 yards. Oh wait, yeah, this is 25 yards, so 75 feet. And this is all 30 rounds holding center mass. And I was thoroughly surprised that it was holding a zero. Not to mention, I tried playing around with this thing about a week or two earlier, and I put about 300 rounds through the gun with this on the gun, and it was shooting off to the right like this the whole time. I didn't really care, it was whatever. But I went to the range this morning and just decided to zero it in on the dot. And this is what it gave me. I am thoroughly impressed. And I am not using 223, I'm using 5.56. So it's got a little bit more of a punch to it. And I mean, it held it like a champ. I don't know what else to say about it, but it surprised me with performance. And it is quite impressive. So, if you look in there, I don't know if this is going to focus for you guys. Sorry, but it is pretty bright. Alright, hold on a sec, guys. Let me see if I can get this better. No, that's okay. Can you tap on it, though? Alright, well, it's not going to focus for me. Sorry, guys, but it's pretty bright. The eye relief on this is right around 1.5 inches, so your eye will probably be about right there. It's you get pretty close to it, but it's not that bad. I didn't feel like I was going to get hit with the scope or anything. Material it's made out of is on an airsoft rifle, pretty high quality, I guess. This is just kind of hot glued in there. It's like a plastic rubber material. There's a little bead on the end of it, kind of glued on there. But that gets fed down into the rifle or into the optic and gets transmitted through. This is like a prism system for the 4X capability, and it's really clear. I mean, it is super clear for what it is. And I really want to show you guys how clear it is, but my camera just won't do it for me. Let's see if I can get a better shot of this. There you go. So that's a little bit better on what it should look like. Oh, I'm good. Okay. So it's honestly not bad. It's very clear. And it's been holding a zero for me, so I really don't know what else to say besides, I mean, it works. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like I said, this is not any sort of official review or anything. I'm just telling you how it worked for me, and a few hints to help you out if you do purchase one of these. But other than that, I hope it helped out, and thanks for watching.